Good morning,
everybody. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Welcome to Things to Do.
Oh, yes.
We're here.
Oh, yes, we are. We're back. We're so excited to bring you everything today. I'm Elena Riley.
And I'm Maria Cade. We have so many exciting events happening this weekend. I feel like this is a really big one. You know, last weekend before back to school for a lot of students, going back to school next week. So many fun things happening if you want to get in one last summer fun event before you head back.
I know there's a lot going on. We had to make sure to have a really stacked show for you guys. So we have a lot of really cool interviews coming up. One of my favorites that's coming up is we interviewed a TikToker and influencer, the Corn Belt. So he goes all across Nebraska and checks out a lot of different cities and towns and sees what there is.
I'm sure a lot of you watching know his content for sure.
So we have Corn Belt. We're really excited. That'll be near the end, so you got to stay and wait to watch that as well.
Yeah. Also, Maha Festival is back this weekend. I know so many people love that. It's really a mainstay in the music scene here in Omaha. So a lot of people excited for that to come back tomorrow.
Definitely. We also have some interviews with Omaha, which is a group. They're roller skaters. They do dancing, different break dancing styles, and a lot of fun things. So really visual stuff going on.
I'm excited for that one too.
And we also had a salsa dancing lesson on camera. So that's very interesting. And seeing us try to do those dances, it was fun. So if we do it, maybe we'll have you guys want to do it as well. So we really encourage you to do that.
Hey, you know, it's just a testament, you know, if you want to try something, get out there and try it, even if maybe you never experienced it before. It's better to try than not try at all.
Yeah. Well, Maria, one really special event we have going on is the Air and Space Show there at Offutt Air Force Base. You were there all morning doing live interviews. You had hits about every 30 minutes.
It was fun.
Talking to a lot of really cool people. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I know. If you tuned into Daybreak this morning, you saw we were doing all sorts of things. Got to see so many different types of planes, jets, helicopters.
And a car that you actually drove
I got to drive a Porsche.
That was so fun to see. I've never seen something like that before.
Never before seen. Maybe never will be seen again.
I know, Maria, you always like, doing fun and new things. So we really appreciate it. I bet our audience does.
Yes, I know. Okay, so let's talk more about the Defenders of Freedom Air and Space Show. If you want to head out down to Offutt Air Force Base, it's happening Saturday and Sunday, so 2 different days, but it's going to be the same show both days. The free event, which is also really awesome, it's free if you want to go, features the F-35A Lightning II demo team. I got to speak with their lead pilot as well. His call name is Rambo, so you'll get to see him flying out tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. Tora 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 is actually a really fun group. They're flying planes that are reenactments from the planes that were recreations, I should say, from planes that were used in Pearl Harbor back in World War II. So these specific planes actually were created for the movie Tora 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 about Pearl Harbor back in the 70s. So they used them, made them for the film, and now they're used and flown at air shows all over the country.
Really
so
special
yeah,
stuff. We have that right here. It's so special.
Yes, an Air Force Heritage flight as well. So these are some really cool events. You can also see the pretty cool cars as well. Porsche there with Precision Exotics. Gates open up at 8:30 a.m. both days, and the show starts at 11. You do have to get a parking pass, though, if you do want to go to the show, because now you're allowed to park on base. And we're going to hear more from Chris and Chris. We have the two Chris's from Offutt to tell us a little bit more about what you need to know before you go. It's an annual tradition back at Offutt Air Force Base this weekend.
The 2026 Defenders of Freedom Air and Space Show is bringing high-flying acts right here to the Metro. And joining us today in studio, we have the Chief of Public Affairs, that's Chris Pierce, and then Major Chris Mortensen to share more on the event. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Glad to be here.
Perfect. So give us an overview of the air show for those that haven't been.
Well, air show is an opportunity that we can bring the public behind the fence. When you think about military, we're behind walls and barbed wire. We're opening up the gates and not only showing what we at Offutt have to offer, but across the Air Force, and actually not just the Air Force, but we've got the Army and Marines, no Navy. We couldn't bring any ships. We tried, but they didn't want to bring any ships in. But it's an opportunity just to open our doors and say, hey, this is what we do and this is what it takes to defend our country.
Yeah, everyone's getting involved in it. It's really cool. And I know this means a lot to the community here in the Metro. If they want to come this year, though, you're bringing back the on-base parking. So talk a little bit more about that. What do people have to do to secure that?
So yeah, everyone remembers 2024, we bust everyone off base, and that's because we were still in the flood recovery for the 2019 flood. This year we're bringing parking. We got 11,000 parking spots on base, but this year and we used to do that before. Everyone parked on base, but this year we're doing a little more organized. So you need to have a base pass, and they can just go on our website. That's offutt.af.mil/air-show. On that is your do's and don'ts. It's also an FAQ, but also on there is where they can get their parking pass. So that tells them what gate to go in, because we just can't have everyone showing up at one gate. So we're a little more organized, a little safer. Keeps people out of the heat. That was a problem with the last show. It was really, really hot, and people were standing around for buses. So coming on base, we're making it safe and make it convenient for everybody.
Awesome.
Tell us more about the history of the show, you both, and then of course you mentioned the flood. We can kind of get into that as well. So give us a timeline on kind of how it started and then where we're at now.
So this is actually our 45th air show in the history of Offutt, but it's something that we used to do every year, but then we kind of, right now we do it every other year, but it's just an opportunity. This year is Freedom 250. We're celebrating America's 250th, and the theme this year is past and present with the P-51s and also with the F-35 demo team. Great jet. You got to come out and see that. But I mean, you know more about the air show and what's going on than I do. So
tell us more.
Yeah. So kind of the theme, like you said, with America 250, we're kind of bringing American history from the past and the newest and greatest stuff we're flying today. So, for example, we have the Air Force Academy Wings of Blue jump team. They're going to be jumping out of a C-47, and if you're not a aviation buff, that's the jump plane they used at D-Day in World War II. We have the F-35 is going to be doing a heritage flight with the F-5 that's flown in the past. And we also have a Pearl Harbor reenactment, and they're actually bringing pyro. So Offutt hasn't had pyro since 2008, I believe, is like the last time we've had it. So big explosions. They're telling the story of Pearl Harbor as the Japanese heroes dive at the ground, and it should be really cool and exciting.
Yeah, it's amazing. Every year you guys have different acts coming in. I want to know the behind the scenes. What's the process of choosing who comes to the show?
Oh yeah, so we go to a conference called ICAST in Vegas every December, and that is where the air show industry meets. They have all the vendors of the different performers, and the team just goes around and you work and find cool acts and if they can make your show or not. So yeah. And
we've got some really different things this year. I mean, like this year is precision
exotics,
where on the flight line you can drive an exotic car 150 miles an hour down the runway.
Whoa.
I mean, we've not had that before. So it's not just about planes, it's also about fun. The other thing is we have an expanded STEM area for kids. So this is actually a family event. It's just not those like planes, but we have a lot of great partners that brought STEM onto the base, especially for the kids. So there's a lot of stuff going on. It's not just planes in the air. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, we knew you guys would do something special for America's 250, so that's really good to hear.
Absolutely.
But tell us more about just the importance of this in our community. A lot of people really care about it, so what makes it so special and what makes you want to hold the event for everyone?
This really is a big way we can say thank you. Of my years doing some of this stuff, you couldn't find a more welcoming and supportive community than we have in the Omaha Metro, Bellevue, Sarpy County area. I mean, anytime the base needs something, anytime our airmen need something, our community's there. So this is one opportunity we have to say thank you. And I mean, that's why air shows are free. It's a time for us to say thank you, expose, get behind the fence. But this really is a huge thank you. The air show is every single time, because without the community and the community partnership, we really couldn't do it anyway.
Yeah.
How about for you, Chris?
Yeah, no, I'd say just everything Chris said was correct, but I would also add it's inspiring the next generation. You see the kids on the ramp watching the air show with their figurine jet, and their dream is to become a pilot. So we can't keep doing what we do if the next generation doesn't want to follow in our footsteps. So
yeah, and you fly. What inspired you to want to do that?
Same, air shows. Yeah, I went to air shows when I was a kid, and I just loved airplanes, and I just thought it would be a cool job to have, and here I am. So
definitely, yeah. I wish I could fly, so I'm a little bit jealous. But tell our viewers one more time before we go, how can they secure those tickets and that parking pass?
All right, so really there isn't any tickets. It's just a parking pass, and that's on our website, offutt.af.mil/air-show. That's the one-stop place that you can get everything, whether it be FAQs, the do's and don'ts, remember, and their parking pass. But the number one thing we want to tell everybody, bring a reusable water bottle. We've got 4 times the amount of water. It was something that we learned in 2024, is August can get hot. So there will be plenty of water for free to refill those water bottles as many times as they need to.
Good to know. Good reminder, because it's going to be hot.
It is.
Nice for keeping your guests in mind.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anything else you have to share with us about the event, the hours, or anything else our guests should know?
So the gates open at 8:30, and the show starts at 11 till about 3 o'clock, 3:30. It just And then that's the same schedule both Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, people should make it out.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Hey, come out, have a great time, bring the family, and let us know how we're doing. We'll have people around. Let us know, because we always want to do a better job next time if we can.
Good to hear. Alrighty, thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it. We'll have all this information online for you at firstalert6.com. Chris and Chris, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you guys coming on. You guys were awesome. Really good information they shared too. You know, of course, in our interview as well as your live interviews. Just this morning, so.
And it was fun too to speak with a lot of the performers, because that's a whole different element. They're the ones going up, flying the planes, doing all the tricks. So really cool to hear.
I know they all. You know, I really got everybody excited for today. So you did a great job on that, Maria.
Oh, thank you.
I know, what was your favorite part of being out there this morning?
We keep going back to the car. That was everybody's favorite interview. So you got to go back and watch it if you're on our website or our app, firstalert6.com. If not, go there and watch it later. You'll be able to see it. Yeah, I'll post it on my Facebook.
Yeah, the Air and Space Show. You know, I know you haven't seen it before. You're hoping to at some point this
No,
weekend.
yeah, first time. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I lived in Bellevue at one point, and I was able to watch it from my porch. So that was a lot of fun just seeing it there. I know a lot of people in Bellevue really appreciate that. They just gonna sit on their porch or go, you know, stake a chair out somewhere and just be able to watch it. So you don't actually have to be there, but it's of course the best experience is being right there in all the action.
Well, the cool thing now too that you can park on base is that it's going to be a lot quicker. They're saying to get people in and out, because you're not going to have to, like they had it the last time, park at Bellevue, get on a bus, drive all the way there. So you just go on base, park there. There you go.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I could tell in our interview they really cared about you know, the feedback. They really took that to you know, and made some changes you know, in the past couple of years. So of course this happens every 2 years, so you got to catch it this weekend. It's your only chance until in a couple of years, of course. 2028.
And we sped through this really quick, but because we were so excited to talk about our event. But Saturday it's gonna be a little bit rainy, storms in the forecast, you know, storm potential. So if you're planning to go Saturday, they said, you know, bring a poncho, be prepared.
Amid all these events, of course. So.
Sunday though, nice and sunny.
Okay,
a little
bit weather for Maria.
A little bit hotter.
Awesome. Alrighty, on to our next event. It is Open Omaha. It kicks off its 5th year this Saturday, so just tomorrow.
Yes.
It offers free public access to nearly 50 local venues, so a lot to see in our city. It's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's organized by Omaha by Design. The citywide event lets visitors tour landmarks, offices, and different creative spaces, so a lot of really cool places to check out here. And new participating locations this year include the Tanaska Center for Arts Engagement, Crook House Museum, and the Omaha Community Playhouse. So a lot going on tomorrow. We spoke with Isabel Fleming from Omaha by Design as well, and she was able to tell us everything about the event. Let's hear it.
Have you ever wondered what the behind the scenes of your favorite Omaha business looks like?
Well, this weekend you have the chance to explore just that through Open Omaha. And joining us today in studio, we have Isabel Fleming, who is the Programming and Communications Manager for Omaha by Design. Welcome, Isabel.
Hi, I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to learn more about Open Omaha because this is a really cool concept. For people who are watching that don't know what it is, explain it a little bit, what goes on this weekend.
Sure. So Open Omaha is a citywide open house. It's your invitation to go inside about 50 different places and see what goes on inside of it. These might be spots that are open to the public, but you've just never had the chance to go into, or aren't usually open to the public at all, but this is your one chance to go inside.
Yeah.
And Isabel, what made you guys want to start this event and start Open Omaha as well?
So it's kind of just a celebration of what makes Omaha really cool. There's a bunch of different open house concept events like this across the country and really the world, but we knew Omaha had so many amazing places to show, and so we took the initiative to start Open Omaha.
And how many different businesses, places, stops are there?
There are 50 in this particular event, but we've shown like probably over 100 or 200 in the past 5 years.
Really cool.
What else does Omaha by Design do for those that might not know that as well?
Sure. So we're a urban design and community engagement nonprofit. So anything that has to do with the city and how it works, we're right there.
Tell us a little bit more about the importance of going behind the scenes in this way. What makes this beneficial and what can people gain from being a part of this?
I think it's a really cool way to learn about your city, learn about not only what businesses just keep the city special, but also who is behind the scenes doing that work. If you're attending Open Omaha, you'll have the chance to talk to the people behind the places that you're visiting, as well as some of the volunteers that help make the event happen.
Awesome.
And this is your 4th year being involved. Can you kind of tell us, what have you seen progress, throughout this event, throughout the years, and now bringing it here for the 5th year?
Right. So this event has evolved kind of over the years. We used to do it for 2 days, but now we've, shrunk it down a little bit for just 1 day. But I think that makes it a little bit more special because we can keep it focused on a smaller amount of venues, make it a little bit easier for our attendees to go and visit as many as they would like. There's always some new places, some returning places. Each event is never the same each year.
Yeah, tell us about some of those new spots that people can see this year.
Yeah, so a few that jump off the top of my head are the Crook House Museum. If you've ever thought about General Crook and the history with Omaha, that's a spot in North Omaha that's opening their doors. They've never done that for Open Omaha yet this year. We also have the Tenaska Engagement Center. That's one of OPA's newest buildings, very exciting. What else? We have First Star Recycling. If you've ever wondered how recycling works in Omaha, you can get a behind-the-scenes tour of their facility, which I think is really cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
Love it.
And Isabel, why should young people specifically want to visit and go be a part of this event?
I mean, speaking as a young person myself, I think it's really cool to understand the city that you live in, and there's really only one way to do it, which is get out there and go explore.
Yeah, I'm a visual person too, so it really does help.
No, I know. We love going out, visiting new places, but there's another event going on this weekend that you're also involved with, Omaha Fringe Festival. You want to tell us a little bit about that too?
Yes, I would love to. So Omaha Fringe Festival is a performing arts festival happening this weekend from Thursday, August 6th to Sunday, August 9th, and it features all types of performing arts like dance, comedy, theater, and beyond.
Where all is this happening at around
It's
town?
happening in 4 different venues. So we've got venues at UNO on their main stage, as well as their Black Box Theater. And it's at the Shelter Belt Theater and the Blackstone Theater. So kind of scattered around, but you can find a spot that maybe is close by.
We have so many great performing arts venues here in the city too, so that's awesome that they're all being highlighted. If people want to go and see a show through the festival, how can they do that? Do they have to get tickets beforehand? Can they get them there?
Yes, you can get tickets online at omahafringe.org. All the details are on our website, and you can buy tickets online or at the door too.
Nice.
That's so fun. Everyone getting involved in our community, going and checking out new spots and seeing new shows as well. Alrighty, and remind us, lastly, about Open Omaha before we go. What should people know about that?
Yeah, so Open Omaha is this Saturday, August 8th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can find all the details at openomaha.org and also at the Open Omaha app, which is available on all app stores.
Nice.
Hey, a lot to do this weekend.
Easy to download and have it right there at your fingertips. So Isabel, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it, and we're going to have all this information for you up on our website, firstalert6.com. It's a really cool event because a lot of times, we hear about these businesses, these organizations, but you never get to really see the behind the scenes and go into it. But now tomorrow you have that chance. It's pretty cool.
Especially those that, cost us some admission. It's nice to offer that for our community. So we love it. And Isabel also talked about the Fringe Festival. So that's a really special event going on this weekend too. There's so much. Like we always say, there's always a lot going on.
I know.
But I was able to check out performance with the Fringe Festival yesterday at UNO. That was a lot of fun with some people there in the community. So UNO is a really cool space to be doing those performances. And there'll be performances all over. I know they have some deals with scooters and some deals with, Crescent Moon, maybe some businesses around town as well.
Partnering,
with the Fringe Festival. So it's really nice to have that.
It's
so.
cool.
Open Omaha Fringe Festival. Thank you, Isabel, for coming in and chatting about both of those with our audience.
Yes. Okay. Our next event, Comic-Con Nebraska, back this weekend at CHI Health Center. It's the second time. So last year they loved it. Brought it back again. It's running Saturday from 10 until 6 and Sunday from 10 to 5. The event features special guests, panel discussions, cosplay, exhibitions, tabletop gaming too. Yeah, they have it all. Single day online tickets are available. It's $25, but if you buy a 2-day pass, you want to go both days, it's $37. And for kids, it's $14. So pretty nice. Yeah. We actually had a chance to speak with the founder of Comic-Con Nebraska to learn a little bit more about the event and why he wanted to bring it here to Omaha.
Comic and anime lovers, this weekend's for you.
Yeah, this weekend, Comic-Con Nebraska is back for the second year at CHI Health Center. And joining us today, we have Ron, who is the founder of Comic-Con Nebraska. Ron, thanks so much for being here. First, we want to ask you, tell us a little bit about Comic-Con Nebraska. How did this all get started?
Really, it's a great excuse for us to hang out together as friends, visit new cities, and then bring some awesome art and artists and entertainment to a place that maybe isn't seeing it as much as what other places are.
So Ron, you helped found other Comic-Cons here in the country as well. What made you want to bring it to Nebraska and Omaha specifically?
The reason why we ended up in Omaha, again, was just mainly because we were looking for underserved markets, maybe that needed to have a Comic-Con such as ours, especially one that's more of an art-focused Comic-Con. And we just quickly identified Omaha as one of those places, especially with its proximity to Lincoln, College Town, surrounding area. We just felt like this was a great spot. Plus a great convention center, great people to work with there. So far, Omaha has just turned out to be a wonderful spot for Comic-Con. The fans are lovely and they seem to be craving, what we're bringing.
So Ron, what can people expect if they want to come out? Maybe they came out last year, or maybe this might be their first year. What should they expect if they want to come out to the con?
Yeah, for this weekend, I think if you come out to the convention center, you're going to see cosplayers. You're going to get an opportunity to meet some celebrity guests. We have the voices of Dragon Ball Z, My Hero Academia there. We have comic creators, some industry greats. Will Portasio is going to be there, who is the creator of X-Men's Bishop. We have Kevin McGuire, longtime Marvel creator. So you really get something for everybody. Christopher Priest is somebody that I think fans will be really excited to meet. He works on Black Panther. So yeah, come out and discover some new comics, discover some new stories, meet authors, participate in some gaming. We have tabletop gaming there, so you might bring the family out and discover a new board game that you can play at home.
All right, and then Ron, to you, what's the importance of having Comic-Cons and what makes them so special for people to come out?
I think Comic-Cons are important for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of people who identify some of themselves in these characters that are in comic books. They see them as metaphors for their own lives, their entertainment, they're exciting, they have emotion. So I think, Comic-Cons kind of wrap up what people's fandoms are, what they get excited about. They come out, they make new friends. Oftentimes these friends are people that they stay connected to through conventions and outside of conventions for many, many years. So it's a great kind of social environment, social experiment, where folks really get to experience kind of their favorite comics come to life, whether that be through cosplay, whether that be through meeting celebrity guests, meeting the creators themselves, and just hanging out and having a good time. I mean, I think it's gonna be hot this weekend. It's air conditioned, so that's another reason to come on out.
Hey, there you go. A chance to stay cool this weekend. Ron, thanks so much for hopping on and joining us, sharing a little bit more about Comic-Con Nebraska happening this weekend. We're going to have all the information for you up on our website, firstalert6.com.
Comic-Cons are so special. We were so happy to have, a couple different ones in the Omaha Metro going on. It's really, really fun for people to be able to dress up. You can wear whatever costume you want, compete in, those little competitions. I went to a different Comic-Con and there was a little kids event. So getting those kids involved as well and being able to express themselves. And, wear a fun costume, their favorite character or something like that.
I know. I mean, there are a lot of fandoms. A lot of people love shows, anime, movies, different things. So this is really, really cool.
Yeah, I know. I would dress up as somebody from Harry Potter, I think. Something Harry Potter. Do you have an idea of what
I
you
love
wear?
Marvel,
Yeah,
so
Marvel. I know. How fun. Okay,
I
very,
want those
very
superpowers.
fun.
There you go.
Thank you, Ron, for sharing everything there is to know about your Comic-Con with us. Alrighty, so next up, the Benson Creative Districts is hosting the 13th annual New American Arts Festival that's happening tonight.
Nice.
It's part of Benson First Friday, so one of my favorite events here in Omaha. Very excited for that. The free public event celebrates Omaha's immigrant, migrant, and refugee communities with visual art, live performances, artist markets, and gallery openings all across Benson there. That's mostly at Military and Maple Streets and 62nd and Maple as well. So it's going on all kind of evening and night from 6 to 10 p.m. mostly is when a lot of people are out there. It's very, very busy.
Yep.
Really, really cool community and gathering of people. And really, really special going on. I actually was able to meet Omaha a little bit ago, a couple months ago.
A couple Benson
And
First Fridays ago.
and we needed to get them on the show. So they were here. They gave us a really, really fun performance for Maria and I. So it's the skate crew. They're showing off their moves. So let's go check out
And
their
you can see them tomorrow at Benson First Friday.
Of course.
Here in the Metro, I mean, you can see all kinds of things, right? And our next guest is skating around Omaha. You can catch him this weekend at Benson First Fridays. We have Omaha here with us, joining us here today. Oh, here they come.
Right outside First Alert 6 studio. They are here. Oh my
Awesome.
goodness.
We're so excited.
Welcome, guys. Hello. So you guys are Omaha. Tell me, what do you guys do?
We skate a lot.
Where are you guys at? Benson First Friday. What else do you guys do here in Omaha?
Yeah, so we skate at Benson First Fridays throughout the summer. We also skate at schools. They have us come out. We skate for the kids, do some question and answers, and then we do like birthday parties and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, but you guys don't just skate. I need you to get in a little bit more of what do you do? Come on. You dance, you do a really cool performance. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Absolutely, yeah. So what we do is called jam skating. So it's a mix of break dancing, hip hop dancing, and roller skating all kind of rolled into one. Yeah, it's really fun.
And how long have you guys been a group for? What made you want to start?
Yeah, well, what made me want to start personally was that guy. But we've been a group now for a year and a half. Yeah, and it's been great.
Okay, amazing. Okay, I think we're ready to.
Want to show us yourself? Come on, let's see it. Okay, we got a little performance. Take it away. Wow.
Awesome performance for Omaha. Thanks so much for coming on. We really enjoyed it. Oh my goodness. Everybody else did too.
Yeah.
So people in Homegrown were looking out those windows.
Yeah, I know. People were going up looking. I gotta see it.
Oh my goodness.
So.
No, we had some other people coming in for interviews. They were even able to watch a little bit. We
yeah.
brought out like Aaron and Jarrett and Ron and some others to come and watch that performance. So that was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
It
People
made our
loved
day,
it.
honestly.
I know, yeah.
I know. We appreciate you guys also accommodating. They had to like kind of skate on a little
incline.
So they really made it happen for us.
And they so rocked it for
I know,
sure.
yeah, it's awesome. When they're out there at Benson First Friday, there's like a DJ right next to them and they're skating. So it's really a sight to see.
I like it. They're like, whoo.
They really had the moves. I know you were probably impressed. Your first time seeing them, so.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, really impressed. I know. That is amazing. So catch them tonight.
Yeah.
You do not want to miss that.
Thanks, guys. That was so much fun. Okay, our final main event, another really big one coming back this weekend. Maha Festival is taking over Heartland of America Park on Saturday. UK indie rock group Wet Leg and Omaha's very own Bright Eyes. Those are the two headliners for the event. This is really exciting. Gates open up at noon. The music starts at 1 o'clock, then goes all throughout the night. The day-long event is going to feature artists, food vendors, silent disco too. They're bringing that back. You'll hear more in just a little bit. Art displays as well. Admission is $100 for the whole day. Kids 10 and under are free. You can also get VIP tickets as well. So we spoke with Sarah Baker Hansen, who is on the board for Maha Festival, to learn a little bit more about the event.
Music lovers unite.
An annual Omaha tradition is back again, filling up Heartland of America Park this weekend. And joining us to share more about this year's Maha Festival, back again, we have Sarah Baker Hansen. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about Maha Festival. This is really a staple, something that so many people here in Omaha love every year.
So it's Omaha's annual music festival. It takes place every August. We started in 2009. And we've been on the riverfront. We were in Exarban Village, and now we're back downtown in the Riverfront Park. Gates open Saturday at noon. Tickets are still available, but yeah, we put on a great concert. We have lots of local businesses and sponsors that support us in this work, and I know we're going to talk a little bit about some of the features that we have, so I won't spoil them all. But our headliner this year is Wet Leg. They are a huge indie rock band. They just played Hinterland and Lollapalooza, and now they're in Omaha. And there will main support for them will be Omaha's Bright Eyes with Connor Oberst, and then we've got some great local and national acts to fill out the rest of the day.
Awesome.
Sarah, can you dive a little bit more into the history of Maha Fest? Why did we need this here in Omaha, this music festival, to our city?
So our four founders started the festival in 2009. They just wanted to put on a really fun party originally, and that has grown into just a massive festival that's a huge undertaking, put together by a board, myself included, who does a lot of the work in their free time, which is, as you might imagine, putting on something this scale is a big job. But we're so thankful that Omaha has supported our festival for as many years as it has. And I always think, growing back when I was a kid growing up in Omaha, I never really thought something like this would ever exist in Omaha. So it's so fulfilling to be part of such a big event that so many Omahans love so much. So yeah, we're happy to be able to still do it, and we're really excited for Saturday.
Yeah, it's really a cool concept, combining some major nationally recognized acts with, local artists right here in Omaha. Tell us a little bit more about who else visitors can see if they come out on Saturday.
So as I mentioned, Wet Leg and Bright Eyes, and then we have sort of a local emerging artist from Omaha, Carver Jones, who's great. We've got a band called Blonde Shell. These are all indie rock acts. We've got David Nance, who's another local artist. So yeah, a lot of different variety of music. And we also have Killer Mike, who is returning to Maha. He is part of a band that played Maha in the past, so we're so excited to have him back. Nice. His band is called Run the Jewels, and a lot of Maha attendees just still talk about how great their set was. So we're really excited to welcome him back.
You had to bring him back, right?
Exactly.
Sarah, how has Maha Fest kind of changed over the years? I know you mentioned a little bit of transitions, but what else? Acts and what you bring to our
It's gotten
audience.
bigger. It's gotten better. We are bringing back the silent disco this year, which was one of our most popular features when we were in Exarban Village. So that will be starting at 6 p.m. It'll be all local DJs. Two DJs play at once because it's a silent disco, so you have a choice of who you would like to dance to. So we're really excited to bring that back. Our community village is back this year full force. So that is where we highlight a group of nonprofit organizations, and they all have fun, family-friendly activities during the day. That's a really popular area. And so the silent disco, an instrument petting zoo from the Bay, and some performances by local youth bands with Omaha Girls Rock will all be sort of in the area of the park that's the skate ribbon, and we're calling that the Loop. So that should be really fun. We're really excited to have all of those guests and to bring back the silent disco.
Yeah, it's really a full event. You're not just going and listening to the bands, which is great.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff to do throughout the
activities.
day, for sure.
And anything else? Any other vendors, businesses that are going to be involved that you want to highlight for us?
I mean, I think all of our Community Village participants are planning really fun things. There's several of them. They're all listed on our website, so you can see more about the Community Village there. And then, of course, we'll have local food trucks, food and drink throughout the park, water throughout the park. We know we're a summer event, so we want to make sure everyone comes hydrated. You can bring your own water bottle. Drinks. Community, and music, so it's going to be a great day.
Okay. You also have a VIP experience. Can you tell us about that a little bit as well as general?
Yeah, so the VIP is sold out this year.
Okay, there you go.
But we're going to have a great local food vendor, the Hunger Block, which is run by 2 local chefs, and they've prepared a special menu that you will only be able to get at Maha. So we're really excited about that. We've changed a little bit of the experience after feedback from guests last year, so we have more food trucks. We're also introducing something called the Maha Bodega, which will have sort of like grab-and-go snacks. So, if it's 3 o'clock and you want chips, candy, an Uncrustable, stuff like that, we'll have that available to people, as well as things like liquid IV, sunscreen, earplugs, sort of like the necessities that if you forgot them, we'll have you covered this year.
Yeah, but also important. I mean, you talked a little bit about your personal connection and experience and love for Maha Festival, but why do you think so many people come back year after year, especially even after the break? People really wanted this to come back.
Yeah, I think, people just love the fact that Omaha has something like this. I think Omahans are really proud to say that we're a city that has a day-long local music festival that brings in national touring acts from all around the country and the world, and that's really something special. And I think also people just love the sense of community that Maha has and has always had, kind of that startup, community-driven event where we try to listen to people and give them what they want, and so that's what we're trying to do. Our headliner, Wet Leg, is the most requested band that we got in our post-festival survey last year. So we got them. They're here. Cool. So yeah.
Alrighty, so before we go, can you remind us of hours and anything else our audience should know?
So all the information and tickets are still available at mahafestival.com. Gates open Saturday at noon. Music starts at 1, and everything we talked about today will be happening. So
awesome. Sarah, thanks so much for coming in.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. We're going to have all this linked for you as well up on our website, firstalert6.com.
Sarah, thank you for all that insight. Maha Festival, it sounds really exciting for everybody heading out this weekend. I know, all day long events. So like I said, be ready for that weather and bring your water bottle and things like that as well, and everything that Sarah had to say for us.
Well, I know one of the other organizers told us in a story that we did yesterday, they're still going to go on rain or shine, but they do have a plan in place if it thunders and lightning. So
it's really nice for families too to include that free admission for kids. So it's a nice family-friendly event, and it sounds like Sarah kind of laid it out for us. There's going to be things all over, so you kind of got to check out the entire Heartland of America Park there as well. So Maha Festival, we are ready for you for another year.
They're back
on that.
Yes.
All right, now on to some more fun. Our Hot Topic segment, Maria and I's favorite. We gave you all the hot topics in Omaha. We were able to explore the Old Market, which is one of our favorite spots in Omaha.
Take a look at all those videos.
We said it once, we said it before. We had had a lot of fun just exploring. It was kind of like Old Market before it really gets busy, so a little like sneak peek before the day starts.
Oh, yeah.
But before things get really, really busy. So we stopped into Godega, tried some of their coffee. It's one of our favorite coffee shops in Omaha. So shout out to Godega.
Yummy.
I know the workers there are always so welcoming, as with most coffee shops, all here in Omaha that we've experienced.
Yeah.
So,
I
really
already had to go out and get a coffee when I was there. So I got a brown sugar shaken espresso with cold foam.
I know you were right there. You saw it. You're like, I need that drink. What is that?
Yeah, the person before me ordered the same thing, and I was like, I want that right now.
We then stopped in the Table Coffee Company as well to go check them out. I know you have been there before.
Yeah, another really great coffee shop down in the Old Market. It was actually the first time I ever went to the farmer's market. I went and had a coffee there, so good memories.
I know. There's us exploring. I saw Ronald McDonald there, and we see the construction. We were kind of navigating that, as most of you know.
You have to.
That's a lot of our lives right now, as our city is expanding and growing. So it's just some growing pains, you would say. I know. I love that little backdrop, too. I've seen a lot of, senior photos.
Yeah, you got to take pictures there.
Fun photos being taken. We then stopped into Homer's, which is really fun. All the records are in there.
It was my first time.
First time there as well. How fun. I've been into Homer's, really, really iconic place for all those records.
I was just really in shock at how many different varieties of music they have in there.
You found one of your
ABBA,
favorites.
yes, and then Ariana Grande pedals.
Very, very new. Yeah, they got to be on, those releases,
Yep.
everything. So got to be really catching up and keeping up with all those.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
me with the Beatles. There
Oh,
I just,
classic.
and a lot of fun with that photo booth. So if you know the Old Market, there's a lot of iconic spots.
Yes.
We then ran into Jordan the Ninja.
What are the odds,
influencer,
right?
TikToker that we've
No, he was literally
interviewed
just there on the
before.
street and then
yes,
we saw him.
we genuinely we ran into him literally. So nice to see you, Jordan.
Yes, Jordan.
Gotta go to the Old Market. Might see him there.
I know. I love it. Okay, we want to talk more about Spider-Man. It came out 1 week ago today, but it's making history.
Already.
Record making. $360 million box office domestically for the opening weekend. And that is actually the biggest debut ever for a movie in history. It passed now Avengers Endgame, which came out in 2019. Those two movies are actually the only movies to ever cross making $300 million in one weekend. Can you imagine that?
There you go. I know. I've heard a lot of hype about Spider-Man. So
I mean, I saw it opening night. It was really, really good. I loved it. It tackled a lot of heavy topics, and Tom, Zendaya, Jacob, they're all great. Also love John Bernthal. I know he's a big standout for a lot of people as the Punisher too. So it was really good. But, I'm kind of on the fence still. Do I think this is the best? Because a lot of people have been walking out and say, Brand New Day, this is the best Spider-Man out of the Tom Holland saga. I have to rewatch No Way Home because that was really a peak experience for me. So we'll have to see if it tops for me or not. I got to rewatch and then I'll revisit my rankings.
This summer has been so iconic for movies. We'd have like a new movie on every single, of our things to do shows. So a lot of really iconic.
Still more to come
movie.
too. Yep.
Summer for movies. Alrighty. Well, now on your screen here, you see a giant panda.
I love
we
it.
Love that. Look at
Love
this
him.
cute guy. He's at the Smithsonian's National Zoo. That's in Washington, D.C.,
Yes.
which you have been to, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I saw the pandas there.
I know. We'll get into more of that.
Yep.
Well, the zoo celebrated his 5th birthday this past Tuesday. So happy birthday to this lovely bear. And Bowley is his name.
Bowley.
He's a giant panda, as we said. He got to enjoy a panda-friendly fruitsicle cake. That sounds really refreshing.
Yeah.
It's courtesy of the zoo's Department of Nutrition Science. So got to make sure he's
Ooh.
keeping up his health and having a little treat as
yummy,
well.
yummy.
It was made of frozen diluted apple and pineapple juices.
Nice.
So we love that fruit.
Hey.
And crowds then gathered to watch him enjoy his cake. It's actually kind of similar to when we have cakes for our birthday.
I know, right?
Kind of gathered around us. So how fun. Tell us about your kind of experience at the National Zoo.
I mean, the National Zoo was really awesome. The last time I was there, though, was 2020, and Valley's only 5, so I would have missed him. I saw some of his other panda friends there, but I love pandas. Famously, my second favorite animal. So we got to have that panda story in there.
Mine is cheetahs. The cheetah's my favorite animal. Yeah. And your first favorite?
Zebra.
Okay. I know we love
Black
those
and white.
prints.
Yes,
We're all about those
yes,
prints. If you catch us wearing those. I know I was wearing
know,
cheetah in that
true.
other video. So sometimes got to experiment with that.
Yeah.
How fun.
It is fun. The National Zoo is great. Can't forget the Omaha Zoo, though.
Okay,
Always got to shout it
Henry
out. Well, I'm excited for this story, too. It's almost pumpkin spice latte season. We love it. There are some new
time.
pumpkin-flavored drinks brewing ahead of fall. And Starbucks, they just revealed that their well-known latte is coming back on August 25th. There are some other new fall favorites coming out as well. So some of the new flavors that are added to the lineup are the iced pumpkin cream shaken espresso, I need to try that. You know, I love a good shaken espresso. And iced pumpkin cream matcha. You know, those matchas, they're getting a lot more popular.
I know. I don't think I've heard of something like that before. But yeah, the matchas are popping up and all those variations.
I know. I don't know if the matcha's for me, but you know, to each their own. Dunkin' also coming out with their pumpkin-inspired drinks a little bit earlier on August 19th. So you have basically a full week to get your Dunkin' Pumpkin before you get your Starbucks.
They're
pumpkin.
beating Starbucks. Wow, they're ahead of the game.
I feel like they'd have normally come out with theirs a little bit beforehand.
Gotta catch up.
I do have to say, though, this might be controversial, might be a hot take. I think that Dunkin' has better pumpkin than Starbucks.
I haven't done a lot of Dunkin' before. You know, I like Starbucks, like Scooters more so, but Dunkin', I love it.
Hey,
like I said.
It's really good. And you have 6 days early to go and try it. So go try it.
I know. We also want to shout out some local places as well. You know, we really cool, you know, pumpkin drink options as well at those. You know, Amateur's going to have some. The Mill, Archetype, and The Grind are some of my favorites. And you had some as well.
I just had pumpkin at Zen Coffee Company a couple weeks ago because I think it was like a countdown to Halloween that they were doing special. They had pumpkin drinks for 1 week only as like a little sneak preview. So, you know, I had to get my pumpkin from there.
Get enough. I know there's people that are already ready for fall. I've heard people already want to set up their fall decorations and get their fall drinks. You know, maybe check out Spirit Halloween, start getting their Halloween costume ready. So I think
Spirit Halloween's open now.
I know,
here.
a couple open. So. And after 4th of July, I feel like some people are just full send on fall.
I'm ready for it. You know, it's still hot out. You know, you still got to enjoy those summer activities. But now we're back to school. I feel like here we go, fall. It's time. And don't stop me. You know, don't tempt me from a good time when it comes to fall. We love Halloween. It's our favorite holiday, so we're ready for it.
Hey, but I'm someone, I gotta finish summer out.
Enjoy it.
I'm a big fan of that. So, okay.
I love it. I can't wait for my pumpkin spice latte. Okay, next up, we want to share an exciting new opportunity coming here to the Metro. La Row Latin Dance Studios is actually going to be opening up here at the end of the month, beginning of September. If you've ever wanted to live out your Dancing with the Stars dreams, here is your chance. You can go and take, Latin dance classes, salsa lessons. So we actually had Rochelle, who is the owner of the studio, and Dave come in to teach us a little bit of a lesson. We had to try out our dance moves.
We had a lot of fun and a lot of learning that was going on.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Let's
you got to see this.
There is a growing salsa scene here in Omaha.
Yeah, I mean, between open dance night, classes, performances, there is a new studio that's opening up to add to that movement. And joining us today to share more, we have Rochelle Hubers, who is here from La Row Latin Dance Studios. You're the brand new owner. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about your background with Latin dance. How long have you been dancing for, and how long has this been a passion for you?
Oh, for a while. Well, I've been dancing altogether for about 26 years. I started with ballet and modern I taught that for about 15 years, and then I got into ballroom, and my ballroom friends introduced me to salsa, and I was like, I have to learn how to do this. So if you've ever been salsa dancing, you know that it's fun.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun, and it's hard to sit still when other people are dancing, at least for me.
Yeah.
So I started learning salsa and the Latin dances probably around 2013. So over 10 years I've been doing it and teaching it, and so I'm so excited to have a space finally where we can just grow the Latin scene here in Omaha.
Yeah, and for beginners like us, you know, we're just still getting into salsa dancing. So what can people expect if they come to a class? What's kind of your advice, and what's the layout of the class and everything?
Well, every class might be a little different depending on the instructor.
Okay.
But it's pretty casual. Just come in clothing that you're comfortable moving in. And then shoes, you want to have, tennis shoes can be okay, but you also want to have shoes, especially for the ladies, that you can turn a little bit on the floor without,
bit of a heel,
without getting stuck on the floor, so smooth sole. But it's pretty laid back. It's very community oriented and community based, and you're going to make a lot of friends, and you're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
You don't have to have previous dance experience, of course.
That's good to know too.
Yes, and you don't have to bring a partner with you. We rotate partners and classes, and so anybody can come.
You will be welcome.
Yeah, anybody can dance. I love that sentiment.
We're excited to be a place of education and expression for the Latin music and the dance of these different cultures in our community.
I love it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and we're going to learn a couple of steps here in a little bit, so we're excited for that. You know, like I said, we're beginners, so
we can't have
That's the best part.
a dancer on without doing a little bit of dancing ourselves, right?
No.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So we have someone coming on to come show us,
Yes,
right?
yes. I'm
Perfect.
bringing out David here.
Okay. Okay.
He is one of our
Instructors.
He's our salsa instructor.
Okay,
so
welcome.
David. And we're gonna do a little bit of dancing for you, just to show you what it looks like.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get you guys moving a little bit.
Okay, we'll give you the
Yeah.
floor.
All right.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Mirando cosas viejas, hallé un poema en una servilleta casi borrado. Eran solo unas líneas, era mi letra. Yo estaba dedicado.
All right.
Oh, I love it.
Come on over here with us, and I'm gonna let David teach you a couple steps.
Okay,
You guys
I don't
were
know if we're-
amazing.
Yeah, we're not that skilled, but we're ready to learn the basics.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we could probably spread out a little bit too, so we have some
Okay. Let's do
Yes.
it.
can go
There we
this way.
go.
So we're doing a 2-3 clave rhythm, which is salsa. And it's gonna look like this. You're always gonna start with your right for the follows, and we're gonna go right, back, and in place.
Ooh.
And then forward. Okay?
Okay.
One more time, we're gonna go
Yeah.
right, in place, forward, and then we're gonna go forward, in place, back. So
Okay.
your second step is always in place, and then we're going forward.
Okay.
So this is a linear style. This is more of a U.S. style salsa. We can also dance Cuban, but we're just doing this rhythm over and over, and we're going quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick,
Good
slow.
job.
I'm doing
quick,
something.
slow. There you go.
Okay. Let's do one more time.
So from the beginning, we're
Yep.
gonna start with our what foot? Our right
Okay.
foot.
Right foot.
Okay.
We
Here
go
we go.
right, left, right. And then we're gonna go
Okay.
left, right, left, nice, and then right, left, right,
Okay.
and then we're gonna go quick, quick, slow,
There you go.
quick, quick, slow, quick,
Beautiful.
quick, slow, quick, slow. And then you can
Okay.
add things like turns and things like that. But
Yes.
the pattern,
Good
and you're
job.
good. Yeah,
Okay.
Do a little bit together?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's put the music on. Ready?
Okay.
All right.
Here, how about we switch partners?
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. So what are we doing?
You're gonna go back on
Ready?
your right.
Okay.
You're gonna go. One. Ready? So when I
Yeah.
step forward, you step back.
Yeah. Oh
Quick,
yeah.
quick,
Oh yeah.
Slow, forward,
Oh no.
in place, back. You got it. Quick, slow.
I've done like something like this.
There you
Oh.
go. Quick. No, pause.
Oh.
Pause
Okay. Oh. Like that foot.
Boom.
Oh.
good,
Oh.
yeah,
We're running into each other now.
Ready for
Okay.
the turn? You ready for it? Yep.
That's all I got in me. Okay.
Nice job.
There we go. Yeah, you did great. I need to go back to classes.
Take a bow. Take a bow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, Raquel,
job.
remind everybody, where's the studio at if they want to come out and experience a class? And how can they find you guys online, too?
Sure. The studio is in Ralston. It's 5750 South 77th Street in Ralston, downtown. And we are on Facebook and Instagram at Laro Latin Dance. And our website is www.larolatindance.com.
Awesome. Thank you both so
Yes.
much for coming in and for teaching us a little bit.
job.
We're going to have everything up on our website, firstalert6.com. Oh my gosh, that was one of the most fun things I think we've done, at
know.
least for me.
Out of our comfort zone. I know you have a little bit of a background in dance.
Yeah,
a
I
little bit.
did used to dance.
Yeah, oh,
yes.
definitely. And I do not. So I was representing the people that have no background in dance, but
Hey.
still want to go and have a good time. And
See, that just shows
Yeah.
anybody could do it.
and don't take yourself so seriously. That's my
know,
advice. That's kind
true,
of how I like to live my
true.
life sometimes. Don't take yourself too seriously and just go and try something new. And embarrassment is a mindset. Of course,
True.
I got
Yep.
be a little bit embarrassed there.
No,
but
you did great.
I know. We got to keep trying. I have had one salsa class and then a couple different times dancing just so.
We're gonna keep dancing because
know.
I can actually officially announce today I am going to be a part of Dance for a Chance Omaha 2026, which I'm so excited for. They just released everybody's who's gonna be in the competition today, and this is basically Dancing with the Stars Omaha. And Dave, who danced with Elena and did the demo, is my partner. So we're
I
so
know.
excited.
So
Yeah.
exciting, Maria. I'm so excited for you. We actually went and watched for the fundraiser, all the dancing dancing last year, and now you're finally able to come on and show everybody what you got. I know you're going to do amazing.
Yeah, oh, thank you. The second that we sat down and the show started last year, I was like, I have to do this.
Yeah.
I have to be a part of it. So we made it happen. And the best part is it's all raising money, fundraising for Youth Emergency Services, which helps disenfranchise kids here in the metro and people in need. So it's really, really important work. And I am so excited to be a part of it. I can't wait. We love Dancing with the Stars. Just wait till Dancing with the Stars season starts up. We're going to have recaps here every week.
Oh, we
Hot
will.
topics.
You
go.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for it. And this is just going to be a fun side quest. I'll say that.
So exciting, Maria. I'm glad you could officially announce this on Things to Do, the best show, our favorite. And
our favorite.
Of course, keep up with Maria's social medias and see everything else coming up with that James for a Chance
posted
event.
right up there.
So, and thank you guys for coming on and dancing with us, showing us everything at La Row and everything coming up there as well. Can't wait for that to open, and a lot of different opportunities to do salsa, around town. There's Barnado, we have the Post in Ralston, and then
Corner Kitchen, Ellie's, Chinchorro.
Yeah, a lot of places. So go try it out. This is our shout out to all those places.
Yes.
Amazing.
I'm excited for this next interview too.
We had the corn belts. That's JT Martin. We had him in, and we had his huge map that he's able to throw his dart at.
Yeah.
So really iconic for his social media.
When you see him, you're not going to recognize him, but when he starts to talk about the content,
you'll know his voice and you'll know that map.
Yes.
So that is amazing. Thank you, JT, for coming on. We're so excited to share this with everybody. Let's listen in. When you think of a map of Nebraska and a dart, you might think of our next guest.
Yeah, he's finding the magic all across our state, from the Panhandle to right here in the Metro. So joining us today for more on his Nebraska adventures, we have JT Martin, who you might all know more commonly as the Corn Belt. Thanks so much for being here, JT.
Thanks, you guys. Yeah, I'm the Corn Belt guy now.
Yes.
We are so happy to have you here. We've been really looking forward to this, JT. So
yes.
Cool. Tell us, how did you get started then, and making your TikToks and everything there?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. 4 years ago, I decided that I wanted to explore Nebraska in a different way, and I'm like, well, I might as well document it, right? I feel like sometimes Nebraska doesn't get represented on social media, all the time, and so I just started going out on adventures, and people just like the content. They like seeing people and places that they haven't been to before.
Yeah, so we already mentioned it, but probably your most popular series is you have a giant map of Nebraska and a dart, and you throw it, and wherever it lands on the map, you go and visit it. How did you come up with that idea?
Yeah, well, people told me, they're like, there's only like 12 things that you can see in Nebraska. You're gonna run out of things to make videos about. And I'm like, I think anywhere you go in Nebraska can be a story. So I put it to the test. I closed my eyes, threw a dart, and the first thing we did was we went camping in a random place in Nebraska, and it landed down near, like kind of near Fairbury. So contacted the owners, went camping there, went to like the local restaurant, and people just loved it. They're like, look at this beautiful, small town that you stumbled across. So it was fun.
Cool. JT, tell us a little bit more about your background. You said communications, and how did we get to this point to being a full-time content creator?
Yeah, I worked in media and advertising for a number of years. I actually left Nebraska and worked in San Francisco and New York City. So I went the media agency background, learned a little bit about that. And then when I saw, hey, you could make a living doing social media, maybe I should, find something I'm passionate about and then build like a social media publication around that. And so, I've been full-time for 3 years now, and it's awesome just getting to work with all the clients and towns and locations and festivals in Nebraska that I get to help out. It's super fun.
Okay, tell us the behind-the-scenes secret. When you throw the dart, do you actually go where it lands, or do you pre-plan some things and set it up in advance?
Yeah, should the magician reveal
People want to know. People want to know.
Their secret. Yeah, maybe it's a trade secret. Maybe I shouldn't tell. I will say that I throw a lot of darts.
Yes.
I will say that. I throw a lot of darts.
Darts are thrown.
Sometimes we save it. Sometimes I throw in like, ooh, maybe we'll go there next year. Save it for next year.
Oh, good idea.
But,
good idea.
Yeah, it's a mix. It's a mix.
Hey, behind the magic. We love it.
Yes.
Cool. Alrighty, so you travel all across Nebraska. What are some notable places that you've been to, or things that have kind of shocked you the most as well?
Oh my gosh. Well, just last weekend I was at the city of O'Neill. Town of O'Neill, they throw a summer festival that's just amazing. It's just such a thriving small town. There's, they do their big St. Patrick's Day celebration that's really fun, but everyone just kind of comes together from all the small towns around to like make it a really awesome place. So right now I'm loving O'Neill. I made it down to your neck of the woods down near Falls City last year.
I love it.
Love it down all Auburn, Falls City, and I did Indian Cave State Park. That was a partnership with Game and Parks this year, so that was really fun to get to highlight the what is that? The southeast.
Yeah,
corner.
southeast.
Yeah.
Represent. I like it.
It's interesting when you say part of the reason why you wanted to start was because a lot of people thought, oh, there's not a lot to do here in Nebraska. Honestly, I find that that's a common sentiment even for people in the metro areas. Why do you think people, even people who live here full time, should branch out and go see the rest of the state?
Oh my gosh, there's so much. And I get that sometimes you have to drive, 3+ hours to get to the sandhills, to get to these like really magical, natural phenomenons that we have out there in the state. But there is so much adventure in Nebraska if you venture out of the metro area. And I just think, finding that like little small town gem is something that will make your family vacation or your personal vacation just so much more special and shareable and just memorable.
So you represent Nebraska. How would you describe Nebraska as a state to people that haven't been here, maybe, and also kind of just people that haven't visited here? So
yeah. Oh man. Yeah. That's hard for me to put into words because I kind of let like the community that we've kind of built online and the videos kind of tell themselves. I try not to like take too much of a stance on like this is what I think and this is my belief. But Nebraska has been. The story of Nebraska has been undertold and undersold. We are a place where, we hold our values really close, and we're just a really principled, great state. We have awesome parks to go visit. We have awesome people, small towns where somebody in that town is just putting so much love and effort to keeping the community of that small town together. Like I meet these kind of evangelists like around the state who they have a small town, I can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but they just pour so much into their town. If you go and find those towns, you'll be very grateful.
Yeah, the community aspect of Nebraska really is, I think, what sets it apart. The people love Nebraska. They love to be here. They love to pour back into the state. So I think that's what really makes us special here.
Well said. Yeah, I'm going to steal that. That was good. That was really good.
Okay, I'll patent it before. No, I'm kidding. So do you have a favorite place that you visited in all of your journeys? I mean, 4 years now, you've gone to so many incredible places.
Oh my gosh. We did the Niobrara Scenic River just last month. It's amazing. It is so beautiful. It just became a designated quiet trail, which means like some type of scientists went out and they measured the amount of human generated noise on the river, and it's one of the most quiet places in the country.
Wow.
And it's just so beautiful. Like you wouldn't even believe that it's in Nebraska. So I'm gonna say the Niobrara River.
Nice.
Yeah. And JT, I was thinking about it's summer right now, so you're really, really busy, but tell me about different seasons. What are you up to in the winter and the spring and things like that as well?
Well, winter is a great time to do restaurant reviews because you go inside, you can get a warm meal, and you can just hang out in the winter. So, other things I've done in the winter is like, like snowshoeing through Ponca State Park. I've done that. There's, there are fun winter things. You gotta look a little harder sometimes, but obviously the holidays in Nebraska, like I feel like Nebraska holidays kind of like rival, any other state. Like we are so passionate about our holidays. So it's fun to get to feature all the things going on during the holidays. But yeah, January and February, you got to dig deep. You got to go to the restaurants. You got to,
Do you have any restaurants you want to shout out, some of your favorites?
Oh, gosh. Oh, okay.
Tried so many probably.
Yeah.
This is tough. This is tough. We went to the Speakeasy in Holdridge, right? Yeah. I think it's just outside of Holdridge.
Okay.
And it is a steakhouse that it's a haunted steakhouse.
Oh.
Great lore, great place. We, bit of a drive from the metro, but it's worth it. Amazing steaks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then JT, a little love for Omaha that we have right now. You live here, so kind of tell us, what are your must-dos and favorite places here in our city?
Oh my gosh, here in Omaha, this is so hard. Well, I live in Blackstone, so love, popping around Blackstone, going to Moolah for dinner, doing all that stuff. But there's just too much to even say. I'm at Sunny's for the run
Sunny's
club
is
a
great,
lot.
yeah.
I
Cool.
love it out
is
there.
great.
Yeah, I love everything going on in Exarban, and
That's nice. We have a lot of love for our city, but we
Yes.
love having you on our show to really, spread some of the word about
Yes.
Nebraska itself. So.
Is there a place that you want to go? Like somewhere that you're crossing your fingers, I hope the dart lands on.
One that you know what I haven't been to? I haven't been to. Is it called Fort Robinson? Yeah.
Okay,
That's one that I
yeah.
need to get to, and northwest. So you know, it's a drive, but I got to get out there one of these days.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's probably still a lot of Nebraska to go and discover. I know some people
Kinda
think
like
maybe you're still
unlimited
running
content.
out. Yeah, a lot of content still to be had.
Yeah.
That's
Everyone thinks
awesome.
I'm going to run out of content. I swear, there's so many adventures to be had.
Yeah,
And I mean, at least here in Omaha, there are always constantly things popping up. So it has to be the same for all across the state as well.
Yeah. Well, speaking of to close, can you tell us a little bit about what the future looks like for you in your adventures here in our state?
Oh yeah, man, the future just looks like, you know, growing, telling more stories, getting more people involved. We have 5 part-time employees now, so just telling cool Nebraska stories. We have a newsletter. Feel free to join if you're looking for cool weekend adventures and activities outside of the metro and in the metro. Feel free to subscribe to that. But yeah, it's just, you know, as long as there's Nebraska, you know, stories to be told, we'll be out there covering it and adventuring.
I mean, I've always dreamed ever since I followed you to throw a dot myself and go to wherever it lands. Do you think maybe we could do that?
Yes, yes, that's a great idea.
Okay,
let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh my gosh, we're here with JT Martin, and you brought the Corn Belt map. This is really iconic. Thanks for bringing it in.
Here in our studio.
Yes.
This is it. This is version 2. Version 1 was a bunch of pieces of paper taped together, so this is it.
The real ones know. OG followers know.
We've leveled up. I like it. Okay, so we're going to pick something. What's your advice for when we're trying to
secrets?
find something on the map?
Man, I gotta drive a long way if you go that way, so I recommend you stay this way. But hey, wherever it lands, that's
Okay, let's see.
We're gonna do it together. Maybe let's close our eyes and spin around a couple times. So that we're a little disoriented.
I like it. I like it.
Here we
Whoa! Whoa!
One more time. Okay. Now let's come back here. We gotta come back by the camera.
Okay, gotta go to the camera,
Okay.
and now you come forward.
Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. Where's it gonna land? Ooh!
Oh!
Whoa!
Orchard, Nebraska.
Orchard, Nebraska.
Orchard.
Have you been there yet?
Never been.
Corn Belt's coming for you. It's official.
Well, JT, thanks so much for coming in and sharing more about your story. We so appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
And have fun in Orchard.
Thank you.
Whoa, that was awesome. But we also just want to say, too, sorry, JT, we misspelled your name. We know your name, and we love your name so much.
Yes.
So we just want to say apologies for that. But, you know, I just had such a great time having him on. I think that he is really doing really great work because, like he said, you know, the state is pretty underrated, I think, when people think of the United States. And there's so many amazing things to do here. So happy to have someone to highlight that.
Yeah, how the state looks, you know, vastly different depending on where you're at in it. So I know he goes on so many fun adventures. I know our viewers are really excited to hear more from him. So hope you guys enjoyed that.
I know. It's
amazing.
always cool to get the behind the scenes.
I know, and he has a plan for Orchard already, so stay tuned for that.
Okay, now we have our special guest of the week, our coworker, Jarvis Staffico. Thank you for being here.
I don't know why. They're gonna explain to you in a second. But
No.
Right now, they need to know that I was laughing because they were freaking out here trying to fix Jay's. EJ's name behind the scenes. Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Apologies.
They're freaking out. They try hard, but it did not work. But anyway, they feel honestly bad about what happened.
But you know, good news is we gave you a good laugh this morning.
Now the fun thing is when they're trying to they got the weather up, so you got to.
Hey, you always got to know that weather, right? Always got to know the weather.
Hey, JT will understand. He likes a good laugh too, so we can't wait for that.
How long do we have? How much?
Oh, Jarvis.
I'm filling up here.
Now, look, first, we do want to ask you, tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what you do here at First Alert 6, because chances are our viewers, they might not know what you do.
Yeah, no, they have no idea. Well,
Okay,
they see what I do because that's what they see.
True.
But they don't know one of those camera guys behind the scene, and I worked with Maria several times.
This morning.
And you too.
Oh, me too.
A couple of times.
Oh,
But
He was our photographer for Omaha, so if you tuned in a little bit earlier.
Yeah, like today, this morning, if you saw Maria's shot, we went to what's going to be the air show over the weekend, so I was there. Seeing her drive a very fast car.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody's
fast car.
That was the guy had a lot of courage.
Yeah, you got kind of nervous a little bit seeing that, or you trust
No,
Maria?
it's not because of Maria, because the car. The cars, those cars, fast cars, special cars like that, they're very like
temperamental.
Yeah, very they're very touchy. If you step in a certain way, they go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, that was a live shot we'll remember forever. It's been brought up a couple times now in our show.
I know.
So.
Yep.
Good.
Never
Anyway,
forget it.
so
That's what you do.
The whole thing we need to explain to them, to your audience, why we're bringing Grandpa.
Oh
no!
And because 3 people canceled, didn't show up, whatever. Hey, see, and this, they got 3 flat tires. And they brought me.
Hey, the 4th tire, you need all 4.
This is what I have to say. Our
The
plan is to
replacement
get
tire.
as many people on the show as possible, so you were bound to come on at some
Uh-huh.
point.
Yes.
The timing just worked out. It was meant to be. You're here now.
Hey, and you're so flexible. You're ready last minute to
Yep.
come and chat with us.
Yeah,
But Jarvis, I'm going to cut you off here. You are here for our guest Gab segment. So we really got to get into these questions for you.
Sure.
And really
So
important
how
questions.
much time do we have? What's the format here? How
We'll
much do I have to
Jarvis.
feel?
Keep it brief.
How much do I have to feel?
This is an off-camera question, Jarvis.
And you're our final segment. You're our finale, so you got to end it
How
with a
much
bang.
do we have here? How much we're gonna have?
Okay,
fun
we'll give
with?
you about a minute. Tell me, what's one thing that you're heated about right now in pop culture, sports, anything that you're thinking about that is like, oh, what's going on with that?
Pop culture stuff.
Yes.
Trick question.
Jarvis.
No, you're left. In pop culture, well, but what I follow, and sometimes I follow stuff that the young people doesn't think that we do because we're
Well, maybe
old.
some of our viewers are
Yeah.
same as you.
Well, for example, I think was interesting. One of the big things that happened last time that people might know is like the whole wedding with Taylor Swift, whatever.
Oh,
the way
yeah,
they had
yeah,
in New
Travis.
York.
Taylor and
I
Travis.
think this is interesting. Like the level of money spent and certain
production.
things like that, and the production and the whole. I think it's interesting. Before it used to be like that. Actors, actresses, they all get together, get married, but in a different level. Today is the whole show. and
So
things
do you
like
think
that.
it was too much, or do you think that they have a right to have that huge wedding?
No, I think if you make the money, you have the right to spend it in any way, shape, form you want.
There you go.
know, and people should not judge that because, hey, it's your money. You made it.
It's true. I think, a lot of people might agree with you, but there are also a lot of people out there that were like, nope, it's too much.
The whole thing. Oh, you should give your money to charity. You should use the money for this and that. Yeah, but they probably do too.
Yeah, Taylor Jones.
But it's at the same exactly, and at the same time, why can you enjoy yourself and do something with your money?
True.
We all do that in our level of money making. Things like that. But
I did find it interesting, the level of things they shared and didn't share. You can tell they kind of wanted to cause a bit of a commotion. So that's a little bit that I thought.
But that
from
was
it.
part of it, the
that's
secrecy.
a part of the
and,
that's a part of the soap opera. Is part
There
of
you
the,
go.
the whole thing. But anyway,
There you go.
I like it.
That's it.
I don't have anything. People are quick to judge and don't think or listen to what's happening.
Yeah, live your life. Okay, our next question.
Sure.
We're bringing it back to Omaha here, right in our city. What is in your Omaha starter pack? Your must-dos or some favorite things there is to
Favorite
do
thing
in
in
Omaha?
Favorite thing in Omaha? Well, because I came from a different state and everything, so Omaha is different. It's more like what should I say? It is the Central America. So I like the vibe of the whole thing with the old market.
Yeah, we love the old
know,
market.
the restaurants and things like that. One of the things that I do at home with my wife is we try iced teas from different places, sort of which grade.
Is best.
So fun enough, there's this location in the old market that's top 1 or 2.
What is it?
Do you
You have
remember?
to shout it out.
I don't remember the name. I know exactly where it is, but I don't.
Where is it at?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
I remember,
location.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's in the I don't know. It's one of those restaurants there. I'll get back to you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
We'll put it in the comments.
Yes, but anyway, that's the type of thing I like.
Yeah, iced teas in the old market. I love it.
I think our followers need to go and taste test them out as well and figure out for
I feel
themselves.
like we do that with coffee, right?
We
With
do.
coffee, like where's the best coffee?
Yeah.
My wife liked the scooters.
Uh-huh.
She is very high on
Yep,
that
plastic
coffee, but I
scooters,
drink at
yep.
home.
Yeah. Found it in Bellevue. We love
But
it.
she likes the caramel, those white chocolate, whatever
Caramelicious.
whatever different.
Yeah.
So she likes that very much.
Shout out to the wifey.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, one last question. Omaha hot takes. What is your hot take about Omaha? Something that maybe, is a little bit controversial that you want to share, but fun still.
But fun.
Well, hot. What?
Hot take.
Like.
It's
something
like
that I
hot
like
off
to-
the press. Whoa, this is like shocking. I gotta share it. Hot takes.
Or something that you think that other people might not. Or
No, I think-
against the majority.
No,
yeah.
I think that what I commented to you before that, earlier, that people normalize certain things that they shouldn't. One of the things is like the conditions of the road here. The people in Omaha and Nebraska that I drove around and is different. It's very nice people, and everything else. But you're living here for so long and driving on those roads for so long that you get used to it. You don't think it should be better, but it should. Because if you drive in other states and other places that they have nice roads, okay, it's like, why?
Yeah.
There's a lot of money, a lot of people, a lot of technology speaking here to not to have those roads. And say, oh, the snow, whatever, it damaged all the time, the season every year. But I drive, you go across the river, you go to Iowa, you go to different places, and the roads are fine. So how come they have snow as much as we do, and their roads are not as bad? So that's what I think the people from Omaha in this area deserves better, and I don't think.
Hey, when we have all the construction, that was one thing for me when I moved here. I was like, oh, wow, there's always something going on. But to me, I always thought, that just means we're moving forward.
That's what I said earlier.
The construction, yes, but I'm saying the condition of the road should be better. I hope with this whole construction thing,
Hey, there's Omaha potholes.
Yeah.
Well, that's like I said, we're from a different, and my ex and everything, I'm from a different place, but a different state. And I tell my wife, it's hard for you to find a whole mile or 2 miles without a hole, a patch, or some sort of crack or something wrong with it. There's always one of the three or the three within 1 mile. You don't have 2 miles of road clean, like nice. Some place now they're fixing it, but
Yeah,
Hey,
and it's all progress.
And I can tell you want more. You want better for the people of Omaha.
Yep,
That's a good thing.
That's what I said. You guys deserve it. There's
you as well. We all do.
Well, but you've been here longer than I have, so.
Yeah,
just a couple months.
I know. Yeah, that's we started. We got so excited talking to you. We forgot for you to tell people how long you've been here and where you're from as well. Before we close.
Before we close, well, from out of the country. I was living in Florida for 35 years, and 2 years ago I moved to Omaha.
Yeah.
Welcome to Omaha.
Yes,
So been here for about
thank
2
you.
years, or how long you been here for?
Almost 2
three.
years.
Almost 3
Wow.
years.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Good
almost
to
3.
hear.
Yep.
But
Wow.
so
Okay.
and much nicer people. I like it, and we like.
Good to hear. Shout out Omaha. I know.
Yes.
We're glad to have you, Jarvis. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Whenever you see me, is because something went wrong.
You're there. You're there. You're very important as well. Yeah.
Jarvis, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you try good, but no,
Aw.
they know.
Oh, okay.
You did great.
All right.
Okay, now we want to head over to our web story, things to do, events happening in the Omaha Metro. You can find this on our website. Hey, we're moving everything around. FirstAlert6.com and on our First Alert 6 news app as well. So just a couple of events we want to shout out that we haven't talked about yet. Of course, we have the Pinnacle Bank Championship, Golf Championship. That's happening this weekend. It already started, and I know there are a lot of people here in town to experience that, so we got to shout that out for sure.
All right. Other than that, there is a glow-in-the-dark foam party. That's at Shadow Lake Town Center. So a lot of fun. I know the kids love those foam parties.
Oh,
So really, really cool there this weekend. There is the Hippie Days Market at Trucks and Taps Patios. So they have a really cool spot there. So always a fun market.
Another thing I want to shout out to Riverfront First Friday. They always do such fun events at the Riverfront. So they're having another one this week to kick off the first Friday of August. And music in Miller Park is continuing with Omaha Performing Arts. So Chad Stoner is playing on Saturday.
There's a Vintage Wheels car show that's at 30th and 4th. Of course, it's free to go check out some really cool cars this weekend. And another thing I wanted to shout out to close, honestly, volunteering or donating Open Door Mission. Andrew Pfeiffer had a story yesterday about them. Needed a lot of donations, so please bring those if you want to this weekend, as well as you can volunteer at Food Bank for the Heartland. So a lot of good volunteer opportunities. Good way to spend your time.
Yeah, I know Open Door Mission, they posted a picture online of their shelves at their pantry, and they were pretty bare. They were pretty much empty. So, that's a great thing to do this weekend. If you have some time and the ability to give back, you can give back to them.
Yeah, good to hear.
Yep.
Okay, I think that's all we have for y'all.
Yes, it was a really, really fun week, and we have a lot of exciting things in store next week as well. I know we have all of next week planned out too, so you're going to want to stay tuned for all the fun next week as well.
And of course, find everything online at firstalert6.com. All these events, entertainment, other happenings, and things you'll want to spend your money on, kids events, everything on there online. So find it there. And then we'll be back next Friday at 9 a.m. for a lot more fun and more interviews.
Yeah, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.